Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Tea Time. Yay! I don't have any drums, so I'm gonna just shake my bracelet hood style. So anyways, you guys sent so many emails and you guys wanted advice on everything and so many questions, and I really appreciate it. It means a lot that people would want advice from little old me, and I've always liked doing advice videos, but I've been doing a lot of commentary lately, but I wanted to get back to doing advice and just helping regular everyday people out, what I'm saying? Just having a discussion and trying to help people figure out their issues, because sometimes I need help with things and I ask people for advice. So if I can help somebody else in their day-to-day life, I would love to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this first person. Her name is Clarissa. So Clarissa writes me, she says, "Dear T, I like two guys and they both like me. Although one is a player sometimes and the other likes someone else, although he doesn't have the guts to kiss her on the cheek like he does me." Wait, what? "But in all honesty, I feel like just giving up. What do you think I should do, T? Sincerely, Cece." Okay, so when I read that, it made me laugh. Obviously, Cece's a young girl. She's probably about my son's age. So I'm assuming, Cece, that you're between the age of 12 to possibly 14. So you like these two guys, but you're not sure which one to really go after. One seems more of a player. The other one, likes somebody else, and you're confused. So I think with you, I would say the same thing I would tell my son. And I don't mean to sound cliche and old. I definitely understand how it is to be a kid, how it is to be a teen, and like the different feelings that you're going through and like the different emotions and things like that. But what I would say is don't read too deeply into it. Just enjoy being a kid. Like seriously, you have the rest of your life to try and get a boyfriend or to try and get guys to like you. Just enjoy being who you are right now. Just take it for what it is. He gave you a nice kiss on the cheek. It doesn't necessarily mean that he has to be your boyfriend or that you guys need to start dating. I think that you guys should still be kids and just enjoy, junior high. Because these people that you're sharing your experiences with in junior high, you guys are going to be forever bonded by that. And after junior high, you may never see these people again. There's people that I was very close with when I was in 7th and 8th grade that I have not seen since I was in 7th and 8th grade. And I miss them to this day. And I just think that I still have my memories and things like that I can cherish. It's different with you guys because you guys have access to social media. So you guys are able to keep contact. You guys can take pictures on your cell phones. So you guys have a lot better than we did. All we have is literally memories. We didn't have no camera back then. With no videos. All we have is our memories to cherish. So enjoy junior high. Don't get too caught up in the whole boyfriend thing. Don't give up. Allow somebody to like you for who you are, not for what you can do for them. Allow them to like you, your personality, and whoever likes you for just being you is the person that you should gear yourself towards. But again, like I said, don't worry too much about having a boyfriend, at 12, 13 years old. You have such a long time down the future for that. In a minute, you will have a boyfriend and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm in a relationship and everything else. So just enjoy the single life while you have it before you complicate it with the boyfriend and trying to choose which guy you like better. Just enjoy being a kid. So that's the best advice I can give you. That's the same advice I give to my son. You guys don't have to complicate things with, dating and everything else. Just be friends. Just be kids. You guys have the rest of your lives to date. So I wouldn't complicate it with the whole boyfriend-girlfriend thing. Just enjoy them liking you for who you are. So I hope that advice helps you a lot, Clarissa. So I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next Dear T letter. So the next letter I got on Facebook, it comes from Landis. And Landis says, "Dear T, I'm so glad you're doing these new videos. Anywho, I have a problem. I met a new friend and I went to their house the other day. Everything seemed fine at first for about 5 minutes. Then I noticed roaches everywhere. I'm talking about all kinds of species. I went to the bathroom. They were all over, not just one or two, but a massive infestation. What should I do? I pretended like my mom called me about an emergency so I'd have an excuse to leave. She's a cool person, but I don't want to go back there. I don't want to hurt her feelings. What should I tell her if she asks me to come back over? Help!" You know what? I've been in situations like this. And the sad part is a lot of people who have roach infestations, who have roaches in their house, they know that they have roaches in their house. And I don't understand why they even invite people over. If I knew I had an infestation, I wouldn't want nobody to come to my house. To be honest with you, I think you did the right thing. I think what you should let her know, I think you should be honest with her and let her know that, you know what, I don't know if you noticed it, but there were a lot of roaches in your house. You know, do you need help with an exterminator? You know, maybe I can recommend a good exterminator for you. I had an associate of mine who had roaches in her house real bad. And I was in the same situation. I didn't know until I sat down and me and her talking face to face like I'm doing you. And all of a sudden above her head, a damn roach was just crawling like he paid rent. And I was like, do you see that roach on the wall? She was like, yeah, I got roaches. I was like, I can't. I don't do bugs. And the thing with roaches, they're so easy to transport from somebody else's home to your own home. So I grabbed my purse and I politely took my purse to the car and I locked the car door. You don't want to have like your purse sitting on the floor or next to somebody's couch because a roach can fall in. 1 or 2 roaches can fall in. Then you bring your purse back to your house. They jump out your purse and then they start mating out through your house and then you have roaches. So that's how roaches spread. They're dirty creatures. They're disgusting. They have all types of diseases. If she's not going to get that taken care of, that's on her, but you shouldn't have to subject yourself to that type of behavior. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't mind roaches. Some people don't care. Some people can't afford to get them cleaned up. But again, you shouldn't have to subject yourself to that. I would talk to her and let her know your feelings. Like, you know what? When I was at your house, I saw a lot of roaches. I don't feel comfortable with that. You're a cool person. I like hanging out with you. Maybe we can hang out at my house, or maybe we can go out to dinner, or we can hang out in a public place. I would also not necessarily recommend her coming to your house because, again, if there are roaches in her purse, if there are roaches in her jacket, and she takes it off in your house, that too can bring roaches to your home. So people I know who have roach infestations, I don't invite them to my house. That might sound mean, that might sound bougie, but I'm sorry. I don't do roaches. I'm not trying to get sick. I have a weak immune system. So I would rather just meet up with them in public and hang out with them, or, you know, go to a movie and things like that. You know, it's not to judge that person, but if you keep a clean household and you keep your house clean and to the point where somebody is just letting roaches just kind of get out of control where there's large infestations, it's one thing if you saw 1 roach that day, but when you turn on the bathroom light and a bunch of roaches start scattering, that means it's a very horrible infestation and she's not doing what she needs to do to take care of that. So I'm sorry, I wouldn't go back over there. I would just be honest with her and let her know why you're not going back over there. And I would just choose to kick it with her in a public setting. You know, maybe going to the movies, maybe going roller skating. But I would not subject myself or my household to somebody else's home who has no qualms about having roaches. I don't do roaches. I don't do mice. I don't do none of that crap. I'm sorry. So I hope you talk to her and you guys end up working that out. That is just ratchet. She needs to get an exterminator ASAP, and if she can't afford one, she needs to talk to her landlord, or maybe she can take up a collection with her family members, or maybe you can even, you know, possibly help her as well, pay for an exterminator, but something has to be done so that way you're comfortable when you go back over there to go meet with your friend. Okay, so the next tea time letter comes from Adam. Adam is a sweetheart. Me and Adam have talked many times on Facebook, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to get back to you, Adam. As you know, I've been busy, but I was happy when you emailed me. So Adam says, hey, T, I hope you're doing well. I have a best friend who I think the world of, and I love him to death. I would do anything for him. He often invites me over to his house to hang out, and he often also asks his girlfriend to come over too. I don't have a problem with this at all, but oftentimes he forgets that I'm there and him and his girlfriend start making out. In my opinion, that's fine if he wants to do that, but my issue is don't invite me over if you're just going to act like I'm not there and just make out with her. If you want to spend time with your girlfriend, then make that time for you and her. Personally, it makes me feel awkward when he does this. I feel like it should be a private thing. And it also makes me feel left out in a sense that he's not hanging out with me. I don't mean to sound selfish, but you get what I mean, right? I don't want to hurt his feelings, so how would you say I should go about addressing the situation in a respectful way, yet get my point across? Thank you for taking time out to read this. And P.S. I don't mind if all of us spend time together, but I would just like them to spend time together with all of us without being super affectionate. Love and blessings. So, Adam, I understand your point. It can be frustrating when the best friend gets a girlfriend or a boyfriend. I've been there, you know, when I was a teenager. One of my really good friends, she ended up going into a committed relationship, and it was always her and her boyfriend, and I was a third wheel. And after a while, I kind of felt like they would only invite me to come out with them, so that way their parents would know that they were together, because my friend wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend at the time. So she would lie and say, well, I'm hanging with T. I'm with T. When in actuality, it was me, her, and her boyfriend hanging out. You know, so after a while, I kind of felt like they were just using me to be able to hang out and kiss and do them while I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs. I'm like, damn, I ain't got no man. You know what I'm saying? Why am I here? But I think because that's your best friend, you have to be honest with him. You have to let him know how you feel. I ended up telling my friend no. When she called me and was like, I want you to come out, and hang out with me and my guy. And I was like, no, I'm cool, because it seems like it's all about you and him and it's not about me, and I don't like being the third wheel. I'm a very blunt person, but I know you're not as blunt. So I think you should just explain to him how you feel and just let him know why you're happy for him with his new relationship. You're not hating. You like his girlfriend. You think that she's a wonderful female and they make a good couple. But you don't feel comfortable when all three of you guys are hanging out and you're kind of pushed off to the side and ignored. You're made to feel like the third wheel. And I would also let him know that you don't feel comfortable with them constantly making out. Kissing is one thing, or a quick peck here and there, but the whole making out and groping and you're just sitting there watching, it just makes you feel uncomfortable. And I would let them know that. I think a lot of people tend to do things and they don't realize how other people feel. And like they say, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So if somebody doesn't know that they're making you feel uncomfortable, if somebody doesn't know that they're making you feel a certain type of way, they're going to continue that behavior. So you have to let him know. You have to address it with him openly and honestly. And, just be respectful. Just let him know how you feel. Let him know it's no shade, no diss towards the girlfriend. You still want to hang out with them, but you want them to involve you more. If they're going to invite you out, let's all go out to dinner, or let's all go see a movie, or let's all go over your house and watch a movie without the whole, making out session. Just be open and honest with him. And if he's a true friend and he's your best friend, he's not going to take offense to it. He's going to take your feelings into consideration, and he's going to respect your feelings, and he's going to respect you even more for being able to come to him and let him know how you feel deep down inside. So I hope that helps you, Adam, and I hope you are doing well. And thank you for all the messages that you send me and all the love that you show me over the past year and a half that we've been talking off and on Facebook. Hope my advice helps you out a lot, and good luck with your friendship and your homeboy and his girlfriend. I hope everything works out for you guys. I wish you guys the best.